Initializing social... How may this unit assist you, Commander?
I suppose it was only a matter of time until we were discovered. Though what an odd thing to die for. Apples. Spare me such timid drivel. We needn't waste time bandying lies. Of course, I know why you're really here. You have come to exact retribution for our larceny at your greenhouse. The greenhouse's stolen bounty offered a healthy alternative to gorging ourselves on that vending machine poison. Alas, I was spotted on one or two forays. Starving? Hardly. We have greater stores of strength than you suppose. This hunger is a momentary distraction, nothing more. Do not speak of biology to me, interloper. We are not the same. If you are conniving for some concession of...
Thought I saw you disappear in here. Oh. Seems I've stumbled into quite the shindig. You lot been hiding out in here all this time? Touch cramped, ain't it?
Please, stay.
Not very copacetic.
If this exchange is not to your liking, I can accommodate you with a bullet instead. Spare me your insults. They mean less than nothing coming from the mouth of a corporate pet. I would sever my own hands at the wrist. Rather, a generous offer. But we prefer to die in the service of the Sovereign. This was always...
What the...
Closing in. Standing
Guess I had this mystery all wrong. Small part of me was hoping... Nah, never mind. I lost a... friend in the invasion. A good friend. Thought maybe all this was her trying to send me a message of some kind. Like I said, foolish. She was. Romantic entanglements ain't exactly encouraged between troopers. But I digress. Thanks for your help. And for listening to my language.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Seems nowhere on Paradise Island's going untouched by this one. I'll take fighting raps over living in this place.
Ain't as tough as you thought. Hey you! Get over here before you get yourself killed. Oh, we got ourselves a hero. This ought to be
Confronting threat. Sequencing attack strategy. Enthusiastically recognizing unfriendlies.
Getting rusty here, Commander.
Great. First they're on the walls, now the ceilings. rats, so it's probably exactly what Wilbur Street's after.
Nope. You and I need to have a chat. You pushed right past me and into the fray with those rats. Handled yourself well enough, but you can't go. What are you here for anyway? Oh, he hired you. Well, I'm Inez Silong, former combat medic in the Enhanced Soldier Division, now menial troubleshooter. And that was my job, I know, I ain't blaming you. That's part of climbing the ladder. They're always counting me out. Every single one of them. And now, they ain't even... And this rep didn't even have anything that could help my graft. This whole thing's a wash. Sick of it. Well, the only people who believe that are in this room right now. I'm considered a liability. My graft's all wrong. Everyone in Fairfield reckons my time will come soon, too. But I'm still mostly upright. For now. I just know I can do more for Auntie and for the war. It's just... this... Weren't many of us grafted soldiers to begin with. To think I'm one of the lucky ones. No. Enhanced... Bet they'd erase it from the finance... I only been able to treat my own ailments thanks to Doc Tinsley in Fairfield. She worked for the She's bound by contract to work on whatever task Fairfield's illustrious leader set her to. Nothing else. But... she also ain't quite got the hang of the employment thing. You look, not only would trying to fix my graft, it could pursue fixing it myself were I out of my contract, but if I attempted to end it, I'd have to waive all employment rights for the next... Let me put it this way. If I was already on the bottom rung, ain't easy moving between companies. Get the feeling, think I'll head back to town myself and have words with Milver Street.
Just me, or did Inez remind you of Helen? Tough like her. Shame she's with Auntie's choice.
Nature made apples, but Auntie Fizzo's made them better with Auntie Cleo's patented mock apple cider.
I can't believe some of those protectorate hull heads just couldn't see the benefit of that self-betterment.
Yeah, let them simmer themselves first. Recipe.
Counting?
A lot of fresh blood in the talent pool.
Fairfield's hologram is not currently operating. Scheduled deployment. Rest assured, the beacon of Auntie's choice will shine again.
Ask them defectors if they miss anything about protectorate life.
10 minutes, they said community.
Yep.
This stretch runs between Fairfield and the Eastern Forward Operating Base. North of here is an old abandoned chapel.
Dang, gotta be charging for information.
We're closed. Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan. Why are you asking?
The people she tried to kill.
By the architect. I had no idea. I wish I...
Yeah, imagine how we feel. Why don't you tell us where she is so we can make sure she ain't being a danger to herself or others?
And how are you going to do that?
That ain't something you ought to be concerning yourself about.
If you think I'm going to help you do what I think you're talking about, you are deluded.
I may be deluded, but you're lucky you ain't dead. Seeing how she seems partial to using her friends as victims.
Does she? It occurs to me that you have provided no proof of what you're accusing her of.
Why don't you take a long look at me? This is all because she betrayed us. Her team, her friends, even the one whose life she saved in Triangulum.
By the architect. You're Niles, aren't you? She mentioned you a few times, but refused to.
She was fond of me?
I can't say, but it may be one of the things she anguished over. An anguish I fear finally. Oh, I don't know where she. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor. How did... Victor's an Order archivist. We were all... That's when things became... She kept getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became, among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger ending of Chapter 6. But you know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next. Would have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That, and the invasion itself. She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to how for some reason, she interceded. Which she even continued to sign her messages, see you in the... What do you mean? It was where she worked. One of the...
She ain't the only...
It's difficult to explain. She said learning the truth of things was worth it. Some days I wish I'd never listened to her at all.
Know a little something about that too.
I did try to, after the corporatists invaded Paradise Island and took over Fairfield. They seemed to let anyone in there. Some boisterous fellow even tried to recruit me. Now that I know what I do...
That is Agent DeVries' identification code, Commander.
She said it had some meaning from her previous life. I'd hoped she'd left something for me, but the safe was empty. No. But it had to be someone's fault, right? The Protectorate couldn't possibly have... I know I've no right to ask this of you, but... when you find her, please remind her of who she used to be. She's unwell, but I know there's still hope for her. That's all I can... Welcome back to my chapel of fear and futility.
Introducing Auntie's new line of specialty drinks for the dessert consumer. Auntie.
Hell. I've stood this post so many times I can use it myself.
You ever find yourself with too much disposable income? Have any ideas?
I don't much appreciate you undermining my work, Minister. When have I ever not made a go of a job for you? Ain't so sure you want to work for this imbecile, friend. There's more menial jobs where that came from. Ain't so sure you want to work for
Bad Trooper Sealong, no mind. The individuality encouraged by Auntie's choice sometimes inspires employees to speak out of turn. How has your progress been? Have you acquired what we discussed? Excellent! At least that someone in my employ can be relied upon. Here, have one of my finest suits as a token.
Again, you gave away my job and told my replacement to send me home. If this contract weren't staying my hand, I reckon you'd be answering to it right about now.
You mean grant preferential treatment to a subpar contractor?
And if I die or leave, how do you reckon Phil?
Please pay this disgruntled employee no mind. What would she do without Auntie's?
That's it. I'd rather be a down and outer for the rest of my life than crushed under your counterfeit leather boa boot a second longer. I quit!
It most assuredly is. This is unheard of, and I might add, you'll not be welcome with an Auntie's choice once more. We'll not take a contract.
So you say. But Auntie's choice ain't seen a trooper like me before. And you, I got a proposition for you.
She will most assuredly regret her decision. Most assuredly. The acquisition of this information is but the first part of my plan to bring our foes into the fold and to ensure my future. The second, worry not, the culmination of my plan will bring me the tools to aid you in your endeavor. Westport is a shell of the bustling town it was prior to the invasion, though a handful of Protectorate Yesayers still cling to it. My plan requires their conversion. Verily, I've a kit of supplies to aid you, items to cajole or to dissuade. Sabotage the town or sway the citizenry, the choice is yours. Should pose no trouble for a go-getter like you. Perhaps some might slather on a bit of elbow grease and you'll certainly West Fair, but the people of Westport are stubborn enough to... Shh, not so loud. The people of Westport don't trust me. I cannot help these people achieve salvation until I know what it is they yearn for. You are... I say if the situation is serendipitous, so much the better. Excellent. With that, I shall mark the locale. Begin with the Vigilant. Now, I'm sure you've asked yourself for a task. Well, wonder no longer. For the completion of this deed, I'm prepared to offer you an exact replica of my one-of-a-kind. Limited, then consider yourself officially be forewarned. I can only guess at the needs of the denizens of Westport. You must engage with them, gauge their situation. Only then can you motivate them adequately. While I can't say for certain, I strongly suspect not. Westport no longer possesses any strategic... Still, I would come prepared with anything you think you might require. Paradise Island brims with dick. Do I look like Officer Carr to you? Guns.
The peddler of half measures return. Make it quick, yeah?
All done in there? Was hoping we could chat. Hope that little dust up back there didn't put you off. My contract had me caged, and I was glad to get a few. Got a proposition. Since I'm newly free-ranged, and you're free-ranged yourself, if you help me fix my graft, you'll retain the services of a fully functioning enhanced soldier. And in time, maybe I'll have earned myself the clout to be welcomed back into Auntie's Had a feeling you knew a good offer when you seen it. Once I'm in top form, you'll be pleasantly surprised to see what I'm capable of. Doc Tinsley worked with Grafts for some time before she came to Fairfield. Damn fun.
This much of a crowd's not likely to keep a low profile. Someone ought to head back to mind the ship.
Acknowledged.
After you. Appreciate. Anyhow, was there something you needed, Commander? How personal are we talking? Couldn't say. I would have continued serving on the front. When I look, I knew dismissal. Oh, I'm. Huh. If not, of course I. Anyhow, I would rather return to the. Right. Like ain't they treated me better than my last employers did. What? Take a look. I'm just one of many who welcomed the chance. Of course. Now, that takeover was the best thing that. Fine by me. Everyone. See, our onboarders promised that if we demonstrated exception, it ain't like they can't complain if where we're needed isn't a trend. All right. I don't know if I would have made it out alive without him. Better than I'd feared. Only had to bear. He almost got. It was a rough few nights at first. No, in any case, I'm only standing here because of it. Fine by me? Nah, they're good. Said we'd all get burned if we put too much stock in the promises of this foreign corporate. Maybe. Though what I've seen from Auntie's choice are those of us at the bottom only found joy with most of my. Though there is, of course, that in Taucetti. Last he was gone, we never found. So if you're wondering why I say what you want, but with them, there's always. Fine by me?
You'd make a great lower manager.
Welcome, welcome. How can I improve your day the Auntie's way? Sprats again. Must be. Welcome, welcome. No sign of those crafty little devils as yet. I'll keep looking. Yeah. No sign of them sprats, thank law. No sign of those crafty little devils as yet. I'll keep looking. Coming back out. Be there in a moment.
Crab witch, crab witch.
How can I improve your day the Auntie's way? I'm
pulverizing them suffice? No, I could liquefy them, apply heat and congeal them into kibble no beast could resist. Oh, Ethelda. Approach with less haste next time, won't you? Copernicus may— Oh, Inez! You look—
Something has, all right. I ended my contract effective immediately.
Well, that's wonderful news. Or is it? I admit I'm still trying to work through what— before I begin— Oh, I was on the—
Where my own first aid training can't reach. Doc's got me covered.
Would if I could have done more.
Despite your
I understand your reservation, but I do care deeply for all— Right. I have a lead, Inez. I've identified the first candidate. I happened upon an old report of theirs.
I heard rumors of the creature myself. Our skeleton sounds a good bit larger than the average Crabble. Meaner and smarter, too.
The second candidate is a Raptidon matriarch. The only one of her kind on the island, as I understand.
Deep in Protectorate territory. This matriarch sure ain't making it easy for us. She'll be—
When you breach the matriarch's lair, you must rouse her from hibernation. I found pheromones to be quite effective. Inez, I'm certain you know a formula that may suffice.
That I'm—
Excellent. It'll be a rather unpleasant wake-up call for the matriarch, so she'll be upon you in moments. I suggest your armaments be at the yes, though I would recommend a careful surgical removal. Now, when you acquire one or both of these parts, return here straight away, and we can begin surgery. Oh, I love questions. I'm unused to the way things are done here, I suppose. The Protectorate leadership never behaved in such a manner. The one wishes to woo Protectorate subjects to our ranks. The other wishes to secure a decisive victory with weaponry and technology. As for which approach is best, I wish I knew. I see. Well, I hope it takes great, or perhaps he will manage to prove me wrong. Very well. I ought to in theory, I would not be here if this—
Wordy. Talk is cheap, but my time is not. You seem like a go-getter. Let's consume lunch sometime.
How about I do my job and you do—
If you're wondering why there's so many engineers sitting here on their rears, it's because the dang Crabbles ran us out of the desalinator. Hope you ain't jesting with us, friend. Can't wait to get back to—
Settle your wares
Can't help you.
elsewhere.
Sorry. I can pretend I didn't see that, but you should be more careful in the future.
If you're wondering why there's so many engineers...
Word is Milver Street is ordering a watch on the Protectorate survivors in Westport. Once any change is reported, I hate that kind of work. It always sounds like so much effort. That kind of thing ain't even on my contract. Milver Street.
I know I've been pushing to find DeVries, so this got an old friend here on the island. The doctor, who, given what we heard of Westport's troubles from Milver Street, I'd appreciate checking in on him. Briefly, of course. No, I mean, I had some bad years on my own. That starts with writing accounts. This friend of mine, Zebulon Tran, I let him down. Much as I might love to jaw about that special interest of mine, after I too small, I had my orders. I was to stay. We worked often than not. Our help only made targets of the folks whose lives we were trying to improve. Didn't matter what we did. Arcadia was... Anyway, only later I learned Zeb hadn't given up the struggle like I... Westport's...
Scout, mind your own business interests. Yes?
These anti-soldiers seem twitchy to you? Might want to sneak our way in.
Hostile. Let me know when you need a distraction. Not walking this off. Standing back up.
Vitals looking a much marginal, Commander.
On your command.
goddamn commotion?
Give the order and I'll take care of it, Commander.
You're looking pretty sticky.
Issuing an official... Not getting up without help, Commander.
Investigating.
It's a brawl.
Somebody cover me or what? Leave this every time. Mandatory retirement. We're in a fight. Hey! Here we go again. Somebody.
Ain't nothing there. Ready to waste it. On your command.
Here we go again.
Lay low, Commander. Medic's orders.
If they put half as much energy into cleaning as they had into attacking the odd passerby, this place would be pristine.
I've counted at least 6 horrendous death screams since you arrived. You must be affected as well. Could it be? You seem an honest-to-goodness rash. Well then, by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, under Outbreak Provision I, Omid Ormsby, Product Envisioner, Department of Proprietary Methodology and Audacious... Yes, tragedy. But back to the exciting news about this incredible new Our lab had been researching the red spores that grow nearby to see if they might contribute to future... A local spore sample interacted with a wonderfully preservative-rich diet of Auntie's choice to a somewhat homicidal degree, it would seem to appear. By that measure, our work here could be considered a... Well, of course. You see, our lab is a far cry from the... It all requires a certain... devotion. In the end, well, it should all be rather straightforward, yes? I suspect we'd use a top-down indirect coronium synthesis method, don't you think? Oh dear. It's occurred to me this might benefit to some extent from medical training. Tremendous. Well then, we'll... After that, an antidote, fresh spot. The research team's finding. Once we have an... Ah, my most favorite, least homicidal subordinate. Most excellent. Hurry along, then.
Typical Auntie's choice. Moving fast and breaking things.